Hi guys, hold on. Okay. So, welcome. All right. Hi. So I'm looking over here. Camera's over here. Okay, because I kind of have you tilted. Okay. Let me open my window a little more because I'm freaking hot. So freaking hot. All right. So, how is everyone? Everyone good? Everyone's good. Hi. So, I got my computer over here. I got my computer. I'm going to pull up the map. And then we're going to talk. Okay. I wish I can actually pull that up more and I can't. I mean, I'm sure there's a way, but hi. Hi, I hope everybody's good. We're going to talk about Sudan and Arabia. There's a lot to talk about with these cards. Okay. So that's what we're going to be discussing. And we're going to be discussing the tsunami in Africa. Okay. This is going to be a little difficult. So if you're a little sensitive, you know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. It sucks. It's hard for me. Okay. So originally we talked about how everything's starting, how all the cards were correlating, and it started with the fire. Thanks. It started with the fire, okay, in Australia. It went for about 5 days. It happened like 2 days right after and didn't go longer than 5, okay? Nobody was hurt, which was great. So what we're going to talk about first, which is going to happen afterwards. So the first event that's going to take place is this attack between Sudan and Arabia. Okay. Saudi Arabia. I'm just saying because it's more, I'm just saying Arabia. Okay. Don't ask me why. And these were the cards we had, remember? Well, for those who were with me, okay, these were the cards. So this is actually, I'll get into that afterwards. Okay. So these were the cards that talked about this was part of the fire one, but this is also speaking about like the fault line. Okay. It's also speaking about the tsunami and the earthquake. Okay. So it's not even an earthquake. It's a volcanic eruption that is going to trigger an earthquake. But what's going to trigger that earthquake is this attack. Okay. Goosebumps. Way too early. Way too early. Let me turn you up. So, can you guys hear me okay? This will drive me nuts. I don't want to lose focus. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, we're going to talk about this volcanic eruption, okay? It is going to I'm not quite sure where it's going to start, okay? I know part of the Atlantic Ocean, but I think the most important thing that you guys need to know, okay, that it's going to hit South Africa, okay? The places where it is going to hit, okay? It is going to hit. It is going to hit Cape Town. It is going to hit Port Elizabeth. It is going to hit Mozambique. It is going to hit Namibia, and a little bit of Angola. It is not going to touch Venezuela and Zimbabwe. It's not going to touch neither of those, okay? It's not gonna touch Tanzania either. So it's gonna be Angola, Namibia, that South Africa, okay, and Mozambique. It's not going to hit Tanzania or Zimbabwe, okay, or Venezuela, okay. It's not going to go in, so it's just going to be the outer perimeter. I can't even say that word right, okay. So I'm really sorry, okay. That's truly where I feel like it's going to hit, okay. The thing is, okay, is unfortunately this is going to be hit because of this attack that's happening between Saudi Arabia and Sudan, okay? What's going to happen, whatever explosive goes off, it's being triggered by the water, which is then going to trigger the fault line, and then within 10 days, there's going to be a massive tsunami, okay? So I'm incredibly sorry, but that's what I am aware of, okay? That's the timeline. I think it's going to be not within the next 10 days, but in between 10 and 15 days, okay, is when that is going to take place. It will take place in January, okay? And again, that's secondary to the attack, okay? The attack that is being caused from water, okay, is going to trigger the volcano eruption, which then will trigger the tsunami. So, are you guys still with me? Because I don't see you. So that means they pretty much took you away from me. Okay. All right, you're back. It was all blurry and now you're back. Okay. So there's that. So we're going to talk about where's Mecca? Where's Mecca? Do you guys know where Mecca is? Saudi. Okay. Okay, there it is. So here's the deal. And I was a little surprised, okay? But again, I don't follow this stuff. But we knew this was the Sahara Desert, okay? We knew it was going to be catastrophic. That missing piece, okay, is kind of irrelevant. It was what's under the missing piece is what I wasn't focused on, okay? So, how this is going to go down, okay? Africa is actually going to start this war, okay? I think everyone thought it was going to be Arabia, but it's actually Africa that's triggering the war, Okay. And it's personal. It's so personal. It boils down to royals, it boils down to family, and it has nothing to do with politics. All right. So Africa is starting the war. I will tell you, Egypt is involved with Africa. It's going to then hit the Mecca area when it takes place in Saudi, in Arabia. It's going to hit right around Mecca, okay? Then what's going to happen after this is all said and done, and this is just the beginning, okay? What's going to happen is I do feel some type of chemical warfare, but that's not what's first, okay? Because Africa is actually going to attack Saudi Arabia, and I think everybody thought it was the other way around, okay? I mean, I did. That's by what my cards were saying, but that's not the case, okay? So Africa is going after Saudi. It's going to be more, I mean, not Saudi. Me and freaking quartz class, okay? Saudi Arabia. All right. So Sudan is starting it. Yes, Egypt is part of it. Yes, it is personal. And that is it. That is the bottom line. What I wasn't picking up, remember we talked about the wall, okay? The wall in the card. It has nothing to do with oil. The wall in the card, okay? This wall is the border between Iraq and Saudi Arabia, okay? They made that border because of the violence. I am going to tell you that wall is going to come down. And Saudi Arabia and Iraq are going to become one. Okay? But that's after Africa attacks Arabia. Then Arabia and Iraq, the wall will come down. The divider's got to come down, and they're coming together. This is just the beginning of what's going to really happen. Okay, so that, yeah, the wall is still there. All right, so I think it was built in 2006. I only look at the things that I need to know. Okay, that's what, so that way I have a very biased opinion. I just know it's big. That's all I know. So let's start with Saudi Arabia. It's going to be catastrophic, guys. I'm just gonna tell you that it's gonna be catastrophic. It is coming from the water. Before, I thought it was in a cave. It's actually next to a cave. Okay, it's not in the cave. This button that's going to cause this massive eruption is going to take out Mecca. It's near a cave, underwater, undetected. Again, this is personal. I will tell you, whom is pushing the button is going to be male, and it's a younger royal. And that's all I'm saying about that. That's all I know. It's a royal, and it's family linked. That's it. It's personal between the two of them. I don't know the history. I don't even think it really has to do with history. It's underlying stuff that we don't know about. Okay? Which then, so when I don't feel like it's bombs or it's missiles. I don't feel like it's like that, guys. I don't know what else it would be. But It's Africa is attacking Arabia. Whatever this explosive is literally going to cause a volcanic eruption. It's got to, and it's all the way down near South Africa. So it's somehow it's going to travel. And within 10 days, South Africa, that end of Africa is going to have a massive tsunami. Again, it's underwater. I don't know what it is. I just know it's underwater. And there is some type of chemicals involved. And then all I know is that Saudi Arabia and Iran, all I know is that that wall's coming down and they're going to become one. And that is just the beginning of what's happening between the two of them. And I'm horribly sorry for all the innocent bystanders because this is happening. All right. Has nothing to do with politics. Once again, it is so personal. I don't even think people know about what this is really happening. I don't see Iran is not part of this, but they are going to become one with Arabia. Okay? That wall is going to come down and they're going to become one. So, Sudan starts it. Egypt is definitely aware of what's happening. And I think the first strike is going to be around Mecca. Okay. This is all I know, guys. You know, I don't look into it. I'm not watching the news. They chose me because it's a very biased opinion. I'm not going to get myself involved in picking sides and what's right and what's wrong. I'm just here to tell you what's happening. Okay. And trust me, this is hard for me, guys. This is going to be catastrophic. This is the beginning of something pretty big. Okay. Big. I mean, I got chills from head to toe. They have not gone away. Okay. So this is just the beginning. And unfortunately, this volcanic eruption is going to cause an earthquake or something like that. I think it's more of a volcanic eruption, which is going to cause this massive tsunami, which is then going to take out those areas of South Africa. So again, it's Angola, Namibia, Cape Town, Port Elizabeth. I don't know how deep it's going in. I know it's not going to touch Zimbabwe or Venezuela or Zambia. It's not going to hit Tanzania either. I don't know if Madagascar is going to... Ooh, look at them. They're right there. That didn't come to me, but it's right there. I'm thinking it's going to have to... Madagascar has to be part of this, guys, because I'm looking at the map and if it's hitting Mecca, it's going through the channels, and it's gonna go to the fault line, and it's gonna lie right underneath, like at the tip of South Africa. So I would think that Madagascar is gonna get hit. Yeah, Madagascar is gonna get hit. Yeah, they're gonna get hit. I didn't even see them there. But it's gonna have to travel, because I'm looking at the map. So from where, the Red Sea is, and then the channels and going through, and then it'd have to go all the way down and around. I don't know if there's a fault line there. There has to be. There has to be, because I know Tanzania is not getting hit. So it's going, and it's not even going to touch the Congo. So it's going to have to start from the tip of South Africa in order for it to go around. I don't, so if it's going to start at the tip, I know Madagascar is going to get hit now. Okay. I just don't know what the damage is going to be with Madagascar, because there is some distance there. No, they're gonna, it's almost like they're right in the middle of the fault line. Oh, damn. Because this is coming in towards the tip of South Africa. Because that's how it's coming in. So that's ironic. So that fault line, I mean, it's triggering way in the middle of the ocean, and then it's coming back. And it's coming back fierce. Okay. You thinking Madagascar is going to split? There's a huge fault line that runs down the middle of Africa. Yeah, that doesn't play part. I know for a fact it doesn't, because the Congo's not getting hit. Zambia, however you say that, Zambia, they're not getting hit. Botswana, they're not getting hit. So that's not the fault line that's going to be triggered. There has to be a fault line outside of all that. Like, the eastern side. There has to be a fault line right there. Because I don't know if it's going in between. I don't know if it's going in between Madagascar. So I don't know if it's going in between Madagascar and Mozambique. So, or if it's going on the outside of Madagascar. No. It's in between Madagascar and Mozambique. So there's got to be a fault line in between those two right there. Yep, okay, then that's it. That's what it is then. That's that fault line. That's going to get triggered. Thank you guys for looking that up for me. So it's going to go right in between. So that's where that fault line is going to take place, okay? Because if it's going to hit Mecca, it's going to go in between that channel, because it's not going to hit. I don't think Ethiopia has anything to do with this. I don't think they're getting hit, because Yasmin's not getting hit, okay? So Ethiopia is not being hit either, okay? And I know Kenya and Tanzania are not getting hit. So it's going through that little channel, because it's going right in between Mozambique and Madagascar. So that's where that is. Because it's coming in. It's coming right in at, it's like surrounding. It's surrounding the base, the mouth of South Africa, the way the tsunami is coming in. Because it's going to hit about 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to hit about 4. Yeah, Angola, Namibia, South Africa, and Mozambique. And in between is not getting hit, but Madagascar is. So it has to be, because Namibia and Angola wouldn't get hit if it was coming in through Madagascar. So it's got to be coming all the way down, and it's literally has to be coming in through South America, and it's going to swoop. So it's going to go in and it's going to swoop. It's not, the fault line lays on the border of Ethiopia, but Ethiopia is not being hit by this. So it's going all the way around. This is how it's going to go. Okay, where's my pen? This is where it's gonna, so if that's where we're getting hit, if that's where Mecca's getting hit, okay, it's gonna go all through that little channeling, and there's got to be some fault line right here, okay, and it's gonna go right in between the two right here. All right, and then when it comes in, it's gonna swoop this way, because it's gonna take out right here, but it's not gonna go into the inlands. Okay, so it's going to swoop this way, which is going to take a little of Madagascar. I don't know how much of Madagascar it's going to take, but they're going to get hit. They're going to get hit. Okay, that was a sign, because my computer was nowhere near that. Okay, so that's that. And it's very unfortunate. So there's got to be a fault line right there. All right. So it sucks that what's happening between them is about to cause a big tsunami. It's not going to be good, okay? It's not going to be little, ladies and gents. And I think when this hits, like, because they had me focusing on the Mecca area, So I think it's going to hit like the lower part of Saudi Arabia, because it's not going to touch Yasmin. So it's got to be right in the middle, right there near Mecca. Is that a major city? It must be. Yeah, I'm not focusing on all that other stuff right now. I know there's a lot going on that I will eventually get to, guys, but this is what they had me focusing on right now, because this is where it's a holy place. Okay. So this is where we started. Okay. So it started with the fires in Australia, and I still think Texas and Florida are linked somehow. The Florida thing could have been how I was smelling gas. That could be the Florida thing, that eruption they had. Okay, with the trucks on the highway. Texas is still in my radar, but it was. I think it's more. It's more Africa. Okay. Um. Yeah. So the tsunami is secondary. Okay, it comes after. This attack is going to happen in January. After 10 days from now. I don't know if it's going to be on the 11th day. It's probably the 10 and 15s are sticking out to me. And what's the date today? It's going to be in January. This is all going to start in January. Okay. So it must be the end of January, since we're mid-January. Okay. So, yeah, it's definitely taking place in January. And, oh, and here's the deal too. When Arabia retaliates, okay, it's actually going to hit Egypt first. I don't know why. Even though they know it's going to come from Sudan, they're going to attack Egypt first. So I'm thinking, because somebody mentioned Holy Land, I think there's more Holy Land in Egypt, right? So in all reality, if they were to take out a Holy Land like Mecca, they're going to go straight for their Holy Land. Is there more Holy Land and stuff in Egypt? More history, more. There's way more, right? No, not necessarily though. I'm not feeling it like that. I don't know why they're gonna do Egypt first. Oh, yeah. It's personal. And it either is linked to Iran or Arabia, but they're gonna decide to retaliate on Egypt first. Okay. I don't know why. I just know that's how that's gonna happen. Okay. It's personal. It's not political. It's nothing. It's all personal. So there's obviously, I don't know whose idea it's gonna be. If it's gonna be Iran's idea to go after Egypt first, or if it's gonna be Saudi Arabia that decides to go after Egypt first. No. it's going to be Iran that decides to go after Egypt first. Because remember, Iran and Saudi Arabia are going to become one. They're going to take down that barrier, that border. It's coming down. And when it comes down, they become one. This is not going to be good, ladies and gents. This is not going to be good. So, and the attack is from water. It's not from air. It's not coming in through air. It's not coming in through land. Whatever this is coming from the water. They can't detect it. So even if I guarantee this video is going to get around, okay? And they're not going to be able to detect it. There's not enough time. It's undetectable right now. I do know it's sitting next to a cave, and that's all I know. Besides the fact that a young royal male in Sudan is going to be the one hitting the trigger. And it's coming up as it's the Prince of Cups, okay? So I don't know if you guys know their zodiacs. Just trying to lighten it up a little bit. All right, but that's what's happening. That wall is coming down, and they're going to become one. And then from there, and it's so personal. It is so personal. And whatever this is that's going to go straight from Mecca is in a cave. It's not in a cave. Originally, I thought it was in a cave. It's outside of a cage. I mean, outside of a cave. And it is underwater. And it's already underwater. It's already planted. Because Egypt and Sudan, it's already planned out. So Sudan starts the attack, okay? Going straight for Mecca. It's personal. That wall is coming down shortly after this happens. They're going to become one. Whatever this thing is that's going to go off, I don't feel missiles, I don't feel bombs. Whatever this is that is going to be explosive is what is going to trigger the volcano or an earthquake. No, it's a volcano for sure. And then I'd say anywhere from 10 to 15 days after this happens is when the tsunami is going to hit. And I know it's going to hit in January. So it must be the end of January. So this is all the end of January. Okay. So that's all I'm going to touch base on this for now. Okay. I've said more than enough. And we will see what comes next. I'm assuming they're going to keep me one thing at a time. Okay. But I just know that this is enough for now. It's more than enough. Because I don't think anyone expected that it was going to be Africa to start this. I'm not positive in all reality. You know, but I don't think anyone expected that wall, that barrier to come down either. And that barrier that barrier is fucking coming down, and it's going to come down fucking quick. And that is the beginning of something very catastrophic. Okay? So, I love you guys. Have a fantastic night. And we will continue this another day. Okay? Or they'll have me touch base on something else. I guess we'll just see. Okay? So you guys are very welcome. And I just wish the best for everybody involved, civilians, and I don't know, it's just the events that are going to unfold afterwards. It's just, it's not only are they causing a major war, it's affecting Mother Nature, mankind, planet Earth. It's not good, guys. It's not good. So lots of love and light to everyone. Okay, all the innocent ones. And I'll be back. Okay, I love you guys. Have a great night. Okay, make sure when you step out of these videos, you're shaking it off. I mean it. Especially shake it off. Okay, I love you guys.